Ogba Newsstand, keeping it real with you viewers. And I have my reviewers here to talk about the state of the nation. Still on the state of the nation, don't be surprised. It's no longer news that the abduction is still going on in Nigeria that took place in Niger State is currently a devastating one that is really affecting Nigerians. And we're going to be talking about it today. We have Daily Trust on the story, The Punch on same story. I will be reading out the stories on their front pages. School abduction, federal government, Niger government in talks with Kangara kidnappers. School abduction, federal government, Niger state government in talks with Kagara kidnappers. 42 kidnapped victims in Kaduna forests. We know the abductors, says Inspector General of Police, will adopt Katsina tax to rescue them. Says Defense Minister, declare state of emergency on security. Declare state of emergency on security. Senate urges the President Muhammadu Buhari on banditry. Defend yourselves. Federal government tells Nigerians on banditry. Defend yourselves. Federal government tells Nigerians. 2023 secondos faces sack as defections hit PDP. Tofa orders caution against profiling Fulani Hausa as criminals. And quickly, let's move down to the down part of the paper. The ruins of the Custom House IDP camp in Meduguri yesterday. Infant killed as fire gods Meduguri IDP camp. False declaration. Shell to refund 2 million barrels of oil. And to the next one, which is the Punch newspaper, the major headline is reading Niger school invasion. Bandits tied 42 abductees in Pierce, fled to bush on motorbikes, say residents. Invaders kill students who raised the alarm. Kidnapped 27 students, 15 workers. I have not heard anything about my daughter, father of abducted worker. Rise up, fight bandits, kidnappers. Back, Defense Minister tells Nigerians, rise up, fight bandits, kidnappers back. Defense Minister tells Nigerians. We have our reviewers here. Let's quickly bring them on board for more analysis. Mr. Matthew, good morning to you. You're welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Good morning. This is a serious situation in the country, and this calls for emergency meeting. Of course, the president has been told to declare state of emergency on insecurity in Nigeria, which we expect him to come out and address the nation over the rising, or let me say, the current state of insecurity in Nigeria. We saw what happened in Niger State, the school abduction, the Niger invasion, the Niger school invasion. Bandits tied 42 abductees in Pierce, fled to bush on motorbike. What is really the problem? Are the security personnel not working? Are these bandits against the presidency or what?
Mr. Mike, thank you very much. Matthew is the name once more. I think the government is not telling us the truth. I feel, because I have listened to the argument of the Niger State governor saying that they will not pay ransom, because when they pay ransom, that the bandits will use to acquire more arms and wreak more havoc. Let me start from that point. I think the government should negotiate and secure the release of those students, because the government do not have what it takes to go for a rescue operation and get those students rescued. I do not believe that there is anything called bandits. I think the government is changing the narrative. For me, there is nothing like bandits. What they call bandits are Fulani herdsmen, because when that Sheikh Gumi visited their camps in Zamfara State, he came out with that standing that they are criminal herdsmen who reside in the bushes, in the forest. And his conversation with them revealed that most of them are Fulani herdsmen who have their cow rustled. So according to them, that is a justification for taking to crime. So I think the government should call them by their name. They are not bandits, but rather herdsmen who are in the bushes in the environment. Having said that, I think the government is not being sincere in the fight against those killer bandits who are supposed to be herdsmen. Because I could remember when Mr. President came on board in 2015, when there was a renewal of hostility against oil infrastructure in Niger Delta. This government mobilized 100 gunboats to Niger Delta to combat people who were sabotaging oil pipelines. Before it got to the point where Osibanjo had to go and mediate for peace. I could equally remember in Arebo, Southwest here, when the criminality in that environment was high. This government mobilized jet bombers to decimate those kidnappers and those people who were perpetrating crime in that area. And today we can see that there is peace in those areas. So what is deterring this government from mobilizing the same jet bombers to these parts of the country where this killer herdsmen who is going by the name of bandits are operating? I think the government should do us a favor by giving them the same treatment they gave to those criminals in Arepo. Because if they do that and the activity of Nigeria Air Force is defied, then we can know that we are looking towards another strategy. Then again, this brings me to what we have said on this platform earlier on, that it is not just enough to change the service chiefs. Have you changed strategy? What is happening to training and retraining of the military personnel? What is happening to the process of driving this fight? Is it being driven by technology? Until you do all this, you are not likely going to win this war. Because these modern days, you can use surveillance drone to locate the location of these criminals in the bushes. Then you deploy jet bomber to take them out. What I'm saying is the government is not being serious about this fight against Fulani herdsmen, the killer ones among them, because they have succeeded in changing the narrative to make us believe that what we see is bandits. Thank God when that so Mr. Mike, what the government should do is not just enough of defense to be telling us to defend ourselves. Defend ourselves with what? The other time, Bystansder governor said that herdsmen go about with AK-47 for self-defense. Autumn has called on Nigerian government. No, not Autumn, sorry. The Taraba state governor have called on the state federal government to enable and allow citizens to bear arms for self-defense. That they should legalize arms. They should allow people bear AK-47 for self-defense. Now that the Ministry of Defense is thinking in that direction, I think they should sponsor a bill to empower citizens to bear arms. If federal government do not have what it takes to police Nigeria, don't think that will create more problem. Mr. Mike, it will not create any problem. Because the man who is coming to attack you, if he is aware that you are armed, he will side restrain. But look at the way and manner they came to this Kangara to abduct those students. About 42 of them put together, the staff and the students is about 42. They came with every effrontery, with every impunity, knowing that they are coming to unarmed civilians. But if they know that these people that are coming against are armed, they were side restrained. Because they know that it is a question of who is smarter, who shoot first. But you make everybody vulnerable to these criminals because, like I have said, if you not pay ransom to secure the release of these children, thereafter go on offensive against them, to decimate them, to reduce their capacity to come and abduct innocent citizens. And the government is not doing this. So I think what the government needs to do is to brace up for the challenge at hand, is to deploy technology, is to bring experts to train our citizens, our military personnel. I've said it here on this platform before, that our waterways is being manned by Israeli experts. Federal contracted it to them. So what is this deterring federal government from looking of the same Israel or America or best of nations to come and partner with Nigeria for fighting against this criminality. I don't know whether it's because I want some ethnicity with Mr. President. I do not want to share that ideology. But the way it's going, I think one is beginning to have that impression that Mr. President is not showing willpower to fighting them, perhaps because they are from the same ethnicity. It is not just enough to tell IG or the police authority to publish names of Fulani herdsmen who are under prosecution. Because for me, I don't think federal government, if at all they are doing anything, I don't think their effort is enough to deter these herdsmen. Because they operate with impunity, with every infantry. If you see the dexterity with which they operate, it tells you that they do not believe that there's any authority that can stop them. And Nigeria government, it looks as if in Nigeria we have a first class and second class citizen. We have seen in this country where in Yewa North local government, Fulani herdsmen who were chased away from some communities as a result of their nefarious activities, as a result of recalcitrant behavior, as a result of crime and criminality, went to bring in military personnel to intimidate the community people, to coerce them, to hound them, to beat them, and to make them, to force the Fulani herdsmen on them. And government is not doing anything. Those military personnel are still working freely, unchallenged, unprosecuted. You see, if these things are continue and nobody is challenging their authority and their misbehavior, they will continue doing it with impunity. So the Mr. President need to prove that he's not being biased by this silence.
Now let's quickly look at what Blessed Child is saying on the live chat. This fraudulent federal law itself is terrorist. That's why they are covering it. Now they are after ESN, that's the Instant Security Network, instead of going against the Fulani terrorists in the north. What's your take on it?
My take is this: federal, because the constitution make everybody to surrender to that sovereignty of Nigeria. So if after surrendering to that sovereignty of Nigeria, Nigerian government has the capacity to protect citizens, you should empower citizens to protect themselves. I think that gap is what is giving rise to the lives of Eastern Security Network, to the lives of Sunday Igboho, to the lives of Amateku. Because when you create vacuum and people are being killed on daily basis, people watch how their aged ones, how their parents, how their children are being slaughtered. They will look at how to make arrangements to protect themselves. That is what giving back to all this series of security arrangements you are seeing. So in a nutshell, the government should do more to protect the people. Until they protect the people, you continue seeing more of these security arrangements.
Now, away from that, we have something on 2023. Secondary faces SAC as defections hit PDP. PDP has been seen as a weak opposition party compared to when the PDP was the ruling party. Now that this massive defection has hit this party, what is the fate of PDP come 2023? Because Nigerians are so much criticizing this administration, and we expect a new party or the opposition to kind of, overtake come 2023.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mike. For me, whether PDP, APC, come 2023, we should have a youth to take over the reign of this country. That notwithstanding, I'm not saying as PDP members, as APC members, they do not have right to contest election. But these people have not led us anywhere. We cannot be recycling these old politicians. I can understand this is the era of political consultation, of alignment and realignment. That's what we are witnessing in PDP and APC. And again, I think when it comes to registration of voters, when INEC will open the process of registering voters, I think Nigerians, youth especially, should take advantage of it to register massively for the purpose of deploying that strength and number they have to us these old and retrogressive leaders out of Asurok. Because it's not about whether PDP and APC, they are the same thing. Look at the people that make up APC. You have a good number of PDP members who are disgruntled. Because what happens in Nigeria is, if you belong to an opposition party, you are disgruntled. The next thing, you look at how to jump to the ruling party, just for purpose of self-aggrandizement. They have right to approach anybody and not taking away that. And every individual have right of freedom of association and not taking away that. Look at how PDP is trying to re-strategize to start harvesting their own big political elements. So they are doing this just because of their peculiar interest. They are not interested in the well-being of Nigeria. If they are interested in the well-being of Nigeria, they should have think of how to restructure this country. Because until you restructure this country, the country is going nowhere. PDP and APC cannot give us solution. We need a youth who is competent of the tribe he comes from, irrespective of the geopolitical zone. But we need a youth who is competent to take out of this plethora of political and economic quagmire.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it for coming.
Well done.
Yeah, Lucky. Yeah, Lucky.
Good morning,
to
my
you.
brother.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
It happened in Kankara, where the government assigned the secondary school boys were kidnapped. That's Katsina State. It happened in Chibok. And this is a situation where a situation we don't even want to experience again. I don't know. But lucky, 42 kidnapped victims in Kaduna. 42. Niger State also experienced this. Student abduction. What is really the problem? These are new service chiefs we expect so much from. Quite alright, they've not really started their work fully. But at least let there be a change in the security architecture. Am I in the right position?
What do you expect? Well, I told you that Buhari is not in charge. The vice president too is not talking. The worst human being, Minister of Information, like Mohammed, that's another wicked woman being. I call it wicked woman being. When you don't give the right source to the president, what do you expect? I don't know. Maybe you go there and tell president sweet things. The thing that the president would not want to hear. Telling president lie that the country is where everything is okay. What do you expect? Another thing is I told you, go and check the security aspirant for Nigeria. We only have two south, two out of how many? Where are 16? The rest are from north. Secondly, look at EFCC. He went and bring his brother again. You think brother will kill his brother? No, I'm giving you an example. Brother in the north. Look at those uniform men. Do you believe ordinary civilian in the north? A brother prefer to give you uniform, go away and do bad business. But in his year, when you wear ordinary common here, cap, army will rush you, arrest you. But in the north, everybody there, they are military people. They are not trained, no. They are civilian wearing army uniform. What do you expect? 10 people, civilian, bloody civilian in the north, can wear army uniform and knows. Their brother is there. And when the civilian president, Jonathan, was the power, they said that Jonathan is a woman. They have generals. He could have a brother from Southwest supported that Buhari should come on board. They don't know what should be a woman rapper is the one coming on board. Now he's there now. They are enjoying it. They are enjoying it. If a Muslim man can go to the bush and meet with this kidnapper, take picture, why can't that me have them move and meet with them there and arrest them there? No, see, government is enjoying it. We are just shouting here. Government is enjoying it. Are you aware? They are enjoying it. They like it. Kidnapping them, bringing more money. You don't tell we don't have weapons. They will tell you they don't have weapons. We don't have generals. The generals they don't have point. They have been there. Those people, yeah, they have been there. They can't do anything different. I will tell you, they have been there now. Is it Rabo? Rabo has been there, operation. So there's no difference. It cannot work. The system has spoiled. The only thing is now is the president to address his children. And it's not talking. So the government of APC, they are enjoying it.
And what would that yield?
Now,
Addressing the nation.
when you address the nation, the body language will weaken everybody. Body language. You see, body language. It's not talking. Are you not aware the National Assembly president should address the nation? Let's see whether there's going to be different.
Is it the talk we need or the action?
Action, number one. If you are not giving action to the military you employ, your employer, what do you expect? When you employ somebody now and the person is not working, what do? You give mandate. So they are enjoying it. They are making money. And let me tell you, some of these government officials are supporting them. Yeah, that's why. If it is Yoruba man now, is the president, or Igbo man now, or Edo man now, you see the North, they'll be crucifying that president. They'll be crucifying that president. They say you are not capable. We are born to rule. We did not are born to rule, but now they are born to fail. They are failing. Let me tell you, APC government has failed Nigeria. They are really failed Nigeria in terms of security, in terms of economy, everything. APC government, they are not working. What they are doing now, they are doing registration, looking for new members, and people are still going there to go and register. Instead of people to ask them questions, we cannot be secure. I listened to the defense minister yesterday and said 3 army will just came into community and massacre the whole community. Instead of people to stand and challenge them, then people is panicking. That you stand, the meaning of that is that self-defense. But he said, I did not ask you to go and carry arms.
So how do we defend?
So automatically, he is telling us that go and carry whatever you use, gun, use it. He has gotten to that point. Yes, I always said one Nigeria before, but now we need to still work together. Let the youth get up. The youth.
And don't you think the statement by the Minister of Defense simply means that the security personnel are failed?
They are failed. Yeah, he's telling us now. He can't just come out and say we are failed. But he's telling them indirectly. We know that the government has failed because one, the president is not talking, vice president is not talking. The spokesman for the party too, the government is the worst human being. It doesn't speak way to the country. You only defend the country. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. The same way they are telling the president that, sir, everything is okay. It's the opposition party that is doing all this thing. The president cannot come out and even ask find out for the media. Does he read paper? So it's a weak government, wicked. I call it wicked people. They want to sacrifice more blood to get their aim 2023. All they believe now, who is going to be next president 2023? I thought I'm going to talk about for me that can protect the North. I get me. So we have a big problem now at hand. But what do? The way the youth get up during EndSARS, we should all get up now. Everybody, both Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, everybody, wherever you come from, let's get up and take this matter from this old man bunch of old men. Otherwise, if you are waiting for this new appointee, they can't do nothing. They have been there before. I will check all of them. They are all there before in war front. What are they going to do different? What are they going to do different?
All right, thank you so much.
So thank you.
I really appreciate it. Kunle right here at the newsstand. Kunle, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. I greet everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Kunle, the state of security in the country is worrisome. I know you are not happy about this development. This is what we say on daily basis. And instead of it to diminish, instead of it to reduce, it goes up and up and up every day. What do we do?
Yeah, we can't do anything because the security situation now, we've slept over and it has overwhelmed us now. And I was watching the Minister for Defense yesterday, and all the statement they were saying, Nigerians should rise up and defend themselves, right? And I want to now refer back to what Sunday Igboho do. What did Sunday Igboho do? What did he do? He defended himself from the, killer herdsmen in his village. He went and liberated his village from them. So I myself now, I think if there any bandit can come around now, if it is my juju I have, if it is anything I have, I'll use it to defend myself. since I cannot carry arms, and these people, they've slept over for long, in which they are just waking up the government in power. I'll say that. Where did these people source? Where did they get all this military uniform they are wearing to kidnap? Where do they get it? And that's why I say, it's the masquerade we are seeing. We've never seen the drummer. We've never seen the drummer that is beating the drum behind it. And what I look at now is, if the country cannot go together any longer, let everybody go their way. Me, I'm a Yoruba boy. I'm ready to go. Let everybody go their way and let peace reign. Enough of all this madness every day. Enough of all this madness. Now you talk of political terrain. Some people will say they have the number to wither the others, and we cannot get the right leaders from that. And these same people, they will be the ones to impose. When it's your turn to produce a leader, they will be the one to, because the majority carry the votes. And the way I'm saying things now, the youth they are turning against themselves. Like here I am now, you hearing the people from the eastern, they will be accusing the Yorubas. They put them into this shit. The Yoruba will be saying, Igbos, mind your business. We don't care about, face your warrant, let us face our warrant. So there's been a lot of confusion going on. So the best thing is, let everybody sit down and discuss, town hall meeting, constitutional. I thought Mr. Jonathan did it that time. Well, was it the constitutional conference he did? Confab. Yeah, he did that time. We should have brought out a resolution from that. But the same blunder the head of state that the president made then was, there were areas that they marked up that they are no-go area. And those areas are the most important, the essential, point they're supposed to deliberate on. So they just wasted massive money. They wasted our money to organize one useless confab that time. That confab will have liberated this country from all this mess. The country is not one. And Nigeria is sliding. Nigeria is sliding into a failed state. If not, even to me now, I will give Nigerian a mark of a failed state. Because the country where the banditry, the terrorists, the Boko Haram are more superior than the government in power. I mean, they are dictating. Look at the children they abducted in Niger today. Can you imagine? They were there. They operated. No security. You see, we abolish all this system. Nigeria gone. I don't know what is going on. You have local government. The school is under the local government. You have state government. They have no power, access to security. They cannot control police. In a situation where a governor of a state cannot control the police, the national police, is that not a problem? And we've been clamoring for state police. Let every state have their own police, and that is that's the norm in the Western world. That's the norm in the advanced world that we are borrowing this democracy from. You see, we are just an unfortunate generation of this country. That's just one thing. We are just an unfortunate generation. I can't believe it's during my time I'll be witnessing all this killing and miming, man. It's killing with terrorist war and banditry war. Where will that lead us to? So please, let everybody come together. If you are Igbo, go to your Biafra. If you are Oduduwa, if you are Yoruba, go to your Oduduwa. If you are Hausa man, go to your district. If you are South, from your region. Let everybody, manage their, security. Let everybody manage their businesses. Then, if you want the center to still hold what you produce in your country, in your state, in your region, you get the percentage down to the, federal.
As the government, really asked what these bandits need, we have someone so influential in the northern region, the person of Sheikh Gome, that visited the Zamfara forest sometimes ago. I believe the government should be able to sit the man down, ask him questions, even the security personnel, people like the IGPs and the IGP, the chief of army staff, chief of defense staff, and others. They should be able to sit him down and know what is really going on and prefer a lasting solution to this. Don't you think so?
You see about what you just said now? It's already a script. We are just re-echoing it. It's a script that's been written already. The Gumen, the Islamic scholar, cleric, you're talking of Gome, Sheikh Gome, right? If you listen to his interview about the amnesty. Where they are going to is the amnesty. At least under President Jonathan, they are comparing themselves with Niger Delta. That at least, after all, under President Jonathan, there was serious unrest, in the Niger Delta region caused by the Niger Delta militants. So they are now saying these banditry, now bandits, they are trying to copy, they are trying to follow footsteps. What is good for the good is good for the gander. That what they did to the Niger Delta, the amnesty they gave to the Niger Delta, they need it as well. And the question is now, these bandits, what is their production? What is the contribution to the national productivities? What did they, what did they contribute to the Nigerian reserve? What did they contribute to the Nigerian, external, what's it called, account, or what's it called, the Nigerian account, monetary wise? Nothing. Now you can't just wake up from slumber. These Niger Delta guys, you go to their soil, you extract oil, you pollute their water, but in not here. How many people eat cow, for God's sake? If you sell your cow, are they going to remit any money to the federal coffer? No. So I don't know. You see, I don't know. I think I'll blame Flora and Lord Lugard for all this problem we are having now. I will blame Flora and Lord Lugard, because when you match people that are not matchable together, is it your brother sell us out? I don't know how to take sell Iboma out. You see, it's a very nasty thing for me to be hearing in this country. I wake up every day, I'm hearing discriminatory, the tribal bigots around me, tribal bigot statements. It's not a thing, And when you see Nigerians in diasporas, they are one. Why is it that only when you step on this failed soil called Nigeria, failed place called Nigeria, that you start seeing all these barbaric things? Man, it's so sad. It's so sad. Yeah, thank you.
Authentic. We have authentic here. All right, good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, you've been boiling there. What's really the problem? Aren't you happy with what Kule said or what?
No, I am not happy. I am not against anybody.
Okay.
But where I am upset is the way the so-called Nigeria that is bounding us, the way they are going. That is what is bothering me. I say, what is the future of so-called Nigeria and the future of our youth? You understand? Tomorrow you hear they abducted students, bandits they kill. Hence Fulani herdsmen, they don't allow our local farmers to go to farm and produce anymore. And this is what this government called APC came with a slogan that they banned every importation. No more rice, importation of rice, no more. They say we should go and produce locally. And we feed ourselves. That is how other countries started. And we abide by the idea. But the issue came up that the issue remains that the Fulanese are no longer allowing our local farmers to go to farm. They will rape, they will kill, they will kidnap, they will demand for ransom, and if you don't provide, they will kill. And we are all of us are here saying that the APC and Nigeria government, we are one. What makes us to be one? We are not one. So what is bothering me? So whatever anybody is saying is their own cup of tea. But I am concerned the way this government is going on. No protection. No protection of the masses. The primary duty of a government is to safeguard life and properties. When you guard life and properties, then that's your primary duty. Even if you don't provide food on their table, guard life and property. They're not doing it. Then where are we going to? What then will be the outcome? Ethnic groups everywhere, ethnic fighting and the rest of them everywhere. The southwest, the so-called Fulanese have caged the whole southwest. Not only the southeast, south, everywhere. They caged everybody. And they were saying that they are the owner of the land. The land belongs to them. Where are we going to? Where are we heading to? Where are we going to? With all this kind of slogan. Recently, about 2 days ago, Bauchi governor said that the Fulanese are using AK-47 to defend themselves. why our military guys are not using AK-47. So that is what is boiling me. That is what is boiling me.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for pouring out your mind. Thank you so much.
The earlier the government do something, the better for them. The earlier the government do something, they chase this, they chase the services and bring other the new ones. But what is the impact? The impact of the new ones? We've not seen anything. Kidnapping every day. Eh? What is the impact? The earlier the government take the bull by the horn, the better for them. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, David. Come on. All right.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekule.
You're welcome on board.
It's always good to be here once again.
Always good to see you too. Still on the state of the nation, security, ravaging the nation. What do we do at this point in time? We've been saying this every day. Day by day, we come to the instant to talk about the state of the nation, especially insecurity. We expected the former to do something about it. At the end of the day, they failed. These are new ones. Under the watch of these new ones, we have 42 kidnapped in Kaduna Forest. 42 kidnapped victims in Kaduna Forest. Now, David, the question people ask most times is, do we really have precedent? And when you see all these mess happening in Nigeria, it calls for the president's address, and which Nigerians are expecting, but the president is keeping mum over these issues.
Thank you, Mr. Mike Adekule. This morning, I really want to go straight to the point. I think the marriage of 1914, the word amalgamation of 1914, it has come to an end. It should come to an end because the marriage itself has stopped working. Nothing in this part of the world is working. Nothing. Because I believe yesterday when Mr. Mike Adekule, did you watch the video? Did you see how a school that does not have gates, there is no security within the premises of the school? You can see how bad the school is. You can wake up, see, you can go to that school and then you can kidnap even as much as 12,000 students because there is no security in that school. A government-owned school which there is no gate, there is no entrance. Tell me, why won't evildoers perpetrate evil? And then money is being allocated into education. There's no end. The school is just just too bad. There's nobody at the entrance of the school. There's no gate. Can't you see the pictures of the school? Can't you see how dirty it is? Tell me, why won't they kidnap? And now I believe that should serve as deterrent to that. Some months ago, students were being kidnapping where? Kaduna, in the president's local government. I think that just to forestall future occurrence, but still they will not think outside the box. Yeah, all what they know is just to embezzle money, lose money. They will not think outside the box. And I believe now, I believe that the president on its own is just so dummy. He's so dummy. Because Mr. Mike Adekule, I believe even if the president change all those service chiefs, it make Nigerians, it make me and you, everybody in this Nigeria service chiefs, he will not see work. Kidnapper, banditry will still continue. Yesterday, people were kidnapped, students were kidnapped. A senator was moving motion in the National Assembly, calling them to regulate bleaching cream. When Nigeria is boiling, a senator could stand up and say that and move motion just to regulate bleaching cream. Is bleaching cream our problem in this country? That is what they were discussing yesterday in the house. Senator Oloremi Tinubu, Jagaban's wife, she moved the motion. That is what they were discussing throughout they they could not what address this was incessant kidnapping. All what was discussed yesterday in the Senate in the what in the house was just how to regulate bleaching. What is your problem with bleaching cream? Whosoever wants to bleach their skin off, let them bleach their skin off. That is our problem. These people are mad. Because yesterday I was so what upset when I saw that. I watched the plenary. I felt even Senate president was just as in they're just mad. Why would when there is what anarchy in the land, a senator move the motion? Why you told that this not this we should address the what insecurity in the land. The service chiefs cannot perform. Let them go. Must we continue with everyday killing? Enough of all this. And then again, I stand. If this marriage cannot work, let us go our separate ways. Because every day we cannot sleep with our two eyes open. There's what so many things ravaging this land. And then again, all our senators from the east, from the south, they are all what vagabonds. They are vagabonds. If they cannot address this was incessant killing, regulating those bleaching now is not the next thing for Nigeria. It's not the issue now.
Protection of lives and property.
People are hungry. People want to sleep with their two eyes closed. Bleaching cream is not the option. What are they doing there? Only 35 million every month, making what nonsense laws that cannot even what laws that cannot what even what impact both of us. Enough of all this, Mr. Makadekule. If you truly want a formidable Nigeria.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Chigozie, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, the entire world. Yeah, good morning from here, because there are some that are still experiencing, that are still in their nights. Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mike.
At the same time, right here. What's the problem?
Well, you may not understand. It's not meant for the public.
It's not
Yeah, public son,
All right. We know the abductors, IGP, 42 kidnapped in Kaduna State, Niger school. We have some students also kidnapped after the experience we had on Katsina, Kankara school boys. Should we continue to see this happen in Nigeria? Now, let's leave this aside. Why do we allow challenges to befall us before we act? It seems we don't plan ahead of challenges.
Well, challenges is as old as man, but what matters is your approach to such challenges. That determines the outcome. And over time, when you keep on doing the same thing, the same way, you don't expect different results. I think that is what is fundamentally wrong with the Nigerian system. You keep on doing the same thing, the same way, and you expect a magic somewhere. It's not done. So, as David just said this morning, if the marriage could no longer hold, what happens? Let's part our ways.
Let's divorce.
Yes, let's divorce rather than each person killing each other. So if somebody like David, who believes in one Nigeria, could make this statement today, I think they are coming to their right senses. That Nigeria is not a place where you can dream of. It's not a country where you can aspire to live. To live out your dreams, Mr. Mike. I wish you are in Western world. You see how you'll be appreciated and you have better opportunities to better your life. How is it that every morning we wake up, what we'll be discussing is about kidnapping, herdsmen and all that? In this discussion about how Boko Haram, how kidnappings, herdsmen are killing people, incessant killing. How long shall we continue doing this? Where is the essence of government? Where are the aim of government? The government constitutionally has the right or obligation to protect life and of our citizens. Then, if government should fail in that primary assignment, what about the secondary assignments, which is to attract a create enabling environment for foreign investments to be attracted into the country? You can see that this government is clueless. They have lost their sense of direction. They have lost their sense of existence. They are just there marking time. Look at how could you be discussing a country with this population? You are discussing about skin bleaching and all that. You are not discussing about how do we revamp the moribund industries. How do we revamp the economy? How do you get back? How can we generate power electricity that will serve at least a state for 24 hours without being interrupted? These are fundamental issues they are not discussing. I mean, these people, my brother said they are useless. They are more than something. If there's a better word to use to qualify these people, they are very callous and heartless. You can imagine the number of money they are spending on daily basis. They have not clear directions where they want to take Nigeria. They themselves are lost. You see, in that oblivion. So there is not a surprise we continue to see this. Except for me, of course, the northern end elders are ripping off what they have sown over the time, over the years. You see, and they thought that it will be just, they can easily wave it off. The number of innocent blood being wasted, we continue to cry against the northern states, against the Nigerian state, until justice is done. And the only way justice can be done is to part this country. Let everybody go to if they not decide to be killing themselves, to be adopting themselves, to be marrying themselves, let them continue there. Let that become their occupation. But for us here down in the east, we want to move forward. We want to realize our dreams. We have expectations. We want to build a nation where justice, equity, and fairness can be entrenched. And that is why we are clamoring for and agitating for our own, the government of Nigerian state. So this can no longer continue, Mr. Mike. And look at the level of incessant killings, and they seem not to be addressed, even by the House of Assembly. It is a very big joke. They have no other thing to discuss, of course, because Nigeria is no longer existing. It's a failed state. And the best way to do that is to separate. And of course, I love what the State Assembly in Anambra did. Yes, of course, they called the governor Obiano to order that he should be mindful of how he approached this fundamental issue. Insecurity everywhere. So Obiano has the constitutional right, obligation, to safeguard the life and property of the Anambra people. So he shouldn't take that for granted, and he shouldn't jeopardize the interests of the people. Otherwise, he must be held accountable. For every life in the East matters to an Igbo man. That's why if you see an Igbo man, if his child dies, if he has an opportunity, access to take him back home, even though he's a child, he will do that. That shows that we have great concern and interest attached to human life. We don't want to waste human life because we know the implication upon our own soil. So the best thing, Mr. Mike, I look forward to Nigeria blowing up any moment from now because things could no longer hold. And of course, you can see on daily basis we keep on seeing recurrent killing. How many people in the world, nations have prospered as a result of killings? I mean, in fact, if anything should happen beyond this, I think the so-called Sudan and the Middle East will be a paradise.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Quickly to
Good morning, my viewer. I love everybody.
quickly to the abduction of students in Niger State. What is the problem and what should we do? Because we can't keep saying this over and over and over and over.
Good morning, everyone. Yes.
Any tangible results coming out
Because-
from our statements here every day.
Because one thing people never know. We don't have leader, we don't have governor. Look at those people, where are the youth? Grab the people who come up for this country. Who they help? They say they want to talk. There's no reasonable something. They have turned Nigeria to their business venture because nothing good is coming out from that their so-called north. Where they know how to generate money. If the money to buy ammunition is over, they will kidnap people. When they kidnap them, they will not demand money from Nigeria government. And then they don't know where the money is coming from. Because nothing. The cow where they fight for today. And you see all Nigeria that are benefiting from the sales of cow is personal business. They don't have anything to offer to the country. Only what they after is to take what belongs to the people. And white people are still clamoring for this useless so-called Nigeria. It's a hard time they set fire. Everybody die. Anybody will remain. You go do Noah Ark. Look at that Minister of Defense. I've been waiting at the corner. He dey talk say, why will we run for bandit? Him yesterday when they go, you know how many security will guide them? He said they know they run. Why they can't security follow himself? We want fight bandit. I think we go tell fight bandit. Those people, all of them, both Laila Mohammed, why you no talk? Why is him? Laila Mohammed, everybody, both the president, the security, if you see them sitting there yesterday, you know that they don't have anything to offer to us. They don't have your time. I've been crying and come only training. Or God tell us all that I die because they love every morning you wake up. You go wake up for this country. You not go hear better thing. No, either the Boko Haram terrorists, the jihadists where the northern governor built. Because yesterday the children they kidnapped. You never reach how many hours. The governor said that they between Niger and Chad boundary. How did they know? Because they plan it. They know about it. The so-called Abiy president did not say anything. He was just sitting there looking. And they were just sitting there looking. Even we are hungry this morning. I was just angry throughout this morning when I hear the news. Because they know all of them don't get our time. Even I see my brother, I say, "Won't give me water, make a drink." Because life, they did the time, but what happen? No good news. See them. They invade key students. They do everything because people, the governor, the assistant governor, sit there yesterday. What did you hear? They don't get anything. They are still planning to bring security. Where soldiers no fit do them, police no fit do them. The soldiers during protest here, NSAS protest here, they had to mobilize 200 soldiers to go to Lekki to block, beat the youth, flog them. But yesterday after they kidnap people, they know the soldier go come, police go come here. Who they want call guard for that place? When we dey here, we no get any people wey go guide us here. And what the Senate and the debate yesterday is that they should regulate no bleaching cream again. It concern you. Now you dey buy cream for me. If I dey bleach, come. All those one, the woman say wey bring the emotion. Now the Baba Sokpe wife wey carry herself go see us. What happen? They are disgracing the country. If you are still believing one Nigeria, so-called leaders of the country, minister, a big governor, security agency leader, they are disgracing the country. And what happen? You know go better for all of them. They do what they don't start so. They bomb where they keep, you go explode, kill all of them. If they don't, some of the fire send at it. It better attend the youth. Or God, if you get money to buy gun. Those people don't go fit fight for you. They will never ever fight for you. Fight for yourself. When you see anything, we won't kill you. God bless everybody. I know what talk too much.
And on this note, I say goodbye to you on today's audition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. Behind the camera, I have Femi Davis and Michael Ojo. You can subscribe to Flip TV. You can subscribe to 54 Plus. That's the sister channel. Join me on Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekunle, Michael, Michael Temitayo Adekunle, and on Instagram, Adekunle Michael Temitayo. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.